So with that, Udo, are you ready to move on to the next industry?
Let's do it.
Let's talk about an industry that may impact life or death.
When working in healthcare or the life sciences industry, the pressure is constant. You have to move faster, manage the complexity, which is ever increasing, and you have to put patients, humans, at the center of every decision. Now, these decisions determine whether a trial advances, a treatment is successful, yes or no, whether a patient gets access to care sooner or not at all. For years, we helped teams around the world to deal with, and that sounds familiar with you, enormous data and increasing complexity to deal with their challenges.
Yeah, in fact, every single Fortune 500 pharmaceutical company relies on SAS today, not because of the technology alone, but because it's used to help design clinical trials that are more patient-centric, more accessible, and more representative of the real world. And you in the audience are using analytics and AI to answer hard questions like, how can I make this design smarter? How do we reduce operational friction? How do we make decisions faster without sacrificing quality or trust? So I want to now take a look at how a leading pharmaceutical manufacturer, Dompé, is innovating with SAS to deliver and bring life-changing therapies to market around the world.
The reason why we decide to move forward SAS is that we need an enterprise-grade analytic platform capable of supporting continuous integration and continuous deployment of our computational drug discovery models developed within Escalate platform. So SAS AI changed dramatically our operational analytics, reducing the time it takes for us to moving from a prototype of a model to the full implementation and deployment in production. One example where data analytics of SAS AI improve and accelerate our decision-making process is in our Profix platform. It is a state-of-the-art AI factory that ingests millions of data points. Automatically generated models are coded into our model template and pipeline, and delivers thousands of APIs immediately available both for researchers and AI agents to support the drug discovery process. The future of SAS-powered Escalate AI Factory is the full agentic integration.
So Stu, this was stunning, wasn't it? And of course, this is just a part of a longer journey. Because we have to ask ourselves, what does it take to get a medicine from the lab to the factory, to the pharmacy, and eventually to you and me? Bringing a new treatment to the markets takes far more, Stu, than this discovery, as amazing as it is, alone. There's an invisible system a lot of industries are actually sharing, and that system we call the supply chain. Now, Stu, with the supply chain, the stakes are high, right? Demand shifts, constraints appear without warning, and global conditions, as we have seen, can change unexpectedly. So in that environment, Stu, a single decision can ripple through the entire supply chain. Now, here's the real challenge. It's not just about analytics and data. It's the friction between a business decision and a business question.
Well, and that's the reality, Udo, because when you think about the supply chain, it's really about answering 4 key questions: what to buy, what to make, where to position it, and how to deliver it to customers. And to answer these questions, SAS is going way beyond forecasting and optimization. And I thought it'd be a great opportunity for us, Udo, to give the audience some insights into how SAS is bringing trusted decisions directly into that supply chain flow.
Let me show you how, Stu. So in our next demo, we are going to attend a sales and operations planning meeting. So in this meeting, typically demand planners, production planners, sales are coming together to agree on, hey, what should we produce and what can we sell to the market? And typically in these days, this is done virtually. So they're using Microsoft Teams. What I'm going to show you now is a new participant in this discussion, the SAS supply chain agent. Let's have a look. So the agent is currently working with the people to determine, can we fulfill the demand which our customers have requested, and can we produce enough items? And it turns out that we are doing really, really well, but it seems like we are leaving some revenue on the table. So we want to dig a little bit deeper into this. In particular, I'm now interested in, hey, what does this mean do for our most important customer? Because if they are happy, we are happy. All right, the agent goes, looks at the data, and things are not looking that well. Stu, look at this. The fulfill rate is about 80%. So we really want to be at 95%. So the question is, can we make this happen? Well, with the supply chain agent at our fingertips, we can now say, well, go ahead and run a scenario which will take the service level to the 95% which we want to see. So the agent is now doing some calculations behind the scenes, and voila, it can do it. But of course, the question is, well, if we take them to 95%, what does it mean for everybody else? So let's compare this new scenario with our baseline to determine what would happen if we go down that path. And Stu, I'm more than happy to report, good news, we can do this. So we can bring up demand, the service level to 95% without influencing the other customers too much. So Stu, what we just have observed is a new way of doing this type of capacity production planning. So in this scenario, we switched from an information sharing meeting to a meeting where we are making true decisions on the fly with the power of an analytical agent at the fingertips. So this means that in this scenario, we are basically combining the power of large language models with the power of SAS analytics using agentic AI.
Well, I think what was incredible, to me in that is I loved how you showed the interaction. We talked a lot about humans and the interaction with AI in technology, and that is an absolute fantastic example of how we're embracing that concept within the supply chain.
Yeah, we like to call this human in the loop, and this is an exciting area which we are really investing in.
And with new topics, as we just heard, this helps build trust.